Hey, thank you for joining our YouTube channel. I'm Renee,
And I'm Kevin.
and this channel will be completely about photography tips and tricks. We will do some lighting tips, we will do some Photoshop tips, we'll do some troubleshooting techniques, might even have some business tips in there, maybe even a few life hacks that have nothing to do with photography. We'll see.
And if you like what you see, subscribe, like our video, and come back for more.
Today's video is going to be about an easy Photoshop hack. So let's get into it. So on today's episode, here is our first image. I am going to give you a second to look at it and see if you can figure out what we have photoshopped in this image. So it could have been a head swap, it could be an eye swap, we could have changed the color of something, we could change the background of something. See if there's a way you can tell what we have photoshopped. Okay, time's up. I'm going to show you. This is what the picture looked like before, and here's after. There's before, and here's after. So the goal is that we don't want anyone to be able to tell that we have photoshopped an image. So let's see how to do it with this one. First of all, we want to start with a high resolution JPEG image. This can be done by bringing a photo from Lightroom in, but I prefer to start with a complete high resolution JPEG that's already been exported from Lightroom. So our very first step is we go over to the background, we click on it, go down to the plus sign and make a copy of it. Then we go up to select and subject, and you're going to notice the AI is pretty intuitive to be able to select the subject. Now the only thing that it got wrong was this little bit of the house that is blending in with his shirt. So I'm going to zoom in, go ahead and hit Command or Control plus a couple times, then hold the Shift bar down and click over so we can see the difference. Hit Command plus one more time, and then we're really able to see the difference. So what I'm going to do is go to the lasso tool. I'm going to make sure it is on subtract, and I'm just carefully going to subtract more of this a little at a time. Makes it easier than doing one big line. So go ahead and just in sections get rid of this little bit. If there's a little bit extra, you probably won't be able to tell, but we like to get rid of as much as we can so we don't have to do more work later. Now I'm going to hit Command 0, and that's going to show me the whole picture again. We're able to see that it has him selected pretty well. So what I'm going to do is hit Command or Control C, and then Command or Control V, and you can see over here on the right side that made another layer of just the subject, so that anything we do to the background will not affect the subject. Now what we're going to do is try to move some of this area over to this area so that it looks like one complete picture. So with that, we go over to the clone tool, and size matters over here. I usually like to do a pretty big size when I'm working with large objects, and then we can get smaller for the tiny details. So I'm going to go up a little higher, maybe into the 300s for this, and then hardness, the smaller it is, the more blurry the edges and the more things blend. The higher the number, the harder the edge is, and it's more of a jagged edge, I guess you could say, or a very blunt edge. It doesn't blend very well. So I'm going to keep the hardness somewhere down in the middle. Then we're going to go over here and we're going to hit either Option or Alt, depending on what computer we have. And we don't want to get too close to the edge because I want to show you what happens. If I hit Option, notice the hard line here because it's copying from this edge. So we want to be a little away from the edge. I'm going to hit Option here and then go ahead and click so that I can select that. And then I'm just going to come over here where it looks like it might be more natural, and I'm going to just paste right over this. Again, don't get too close to the edge or you'll get that hard line like you can see I did right over his shoulder. So I'm just going to get rid of as much of that as I can, and then maybe a little down here. It might start, it does, it gets down into his sweater, so we're going to go ahead and just let go of that because I am actually going to take some of this road. So now we're going to come over here and we're going to click option and click, and we're going to bring this over here. Don't actually click to paste it, but just kind of draw a line up. Oops, Command Z. See, I told you not to paste it. And that way we can, okay, so option, because I clicked, it sampled, so I have to go ahead and click again. So option, just draw ourselves a line. There we go. And we're going to click right here and we're going to just draw this road in. And then we are going to get rid of that little bit over here. There we go. So now we have a road. And then we also want to make the tree line up here just a little more real. So I'm going to hit option and click over here and just get a little bit of the bottom there so it looks like the bottom. There we go. Now up here we can tell it didn't blend very well, so I'm going to just option click over here and grab this little piece so that it blends a little better. And then we can tell up here that looks fake. So what we're going to do is option click up here, and we are just going to make it look a tiny bit more real. There we go. So in just that little bit of time, we were able to take this section over here, over to here. Now the only other thing that we need to do is we can see a little bit of the roof right here. So go ahead, we can make this a little smaller. Go down to into the 1 or 200s. Keep that hardness pretty low right there, and go ahead and click option here, and we're just going to come up and draw a little line so that that goes away. And then over here, option, no, let's do it one more time down here. So option and click up here and over, and then all we have to do is this and drag it down just a little. And there we go. So let's look at the, let's turn off the background. We're going to hit Command Shift E, and what that will do is it will merge these two layers right here. So any visible layers that you have, if you hit Command or Control Shift E, it will put those together. So now I'm going to turn the background on, and we'll be able to see what the before looked like by clicking the eye here. So that's before, this is after, before, after. So there are extra things that you can do to blend that will come in a later episode, but I just wanted to show you really quick how that you are able to take a background and just copy from other parts of the background to make it look like a real photo. When you're completely done, go ahead and hit Command Shift E again. That will get rid of all layers, and that way when you go to save it, click File, Save As, because you want to save it as a different file, and then I usually just put the word edit after and then hit save. This image was taken by Schlonsky Photography in Lexington, Kentucky. She does amazing work. Go follow her on Instagram. If you would like a photo to be photoshopped and you would like to see how it could be done the easy way, go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will get in touch with you and we will get a release from your client, and we will be able to show on YouTube the easy way to Photoshop that image to make it look more natural. I hope y'all have a great day.